Well, hello, me lovelies. It's me, Ned Natter, with the unpasteurised and unfiltered Ned Natter Radio Show. Ready to brighten your day. I love to gossip after a long day of taking care of things down on my Florida farm. But first up, it's great to be here again with you. Thanks so much for your lovely comments and messages. It's time for a good old natter. But remember, I don't chat about the regular news and current affairs. I might, have a bit of odd news for you, but I don't want to be repeating everything you've already seen there, do I? Nope, I'm here to give you a break from it all, a good laugh. Even when it's only once a week on a Wednesday. Remember, you can always listen to me shows again. Yep, they're all saved here nicely at nednatter.com. Yep, well, put everything down. No, everything I mean you to. Come on, it's time for the Ned Natter Show. And you can't miss this. Here on the farm, Elsie the wife's Panama Canal diet has worked. Yep, only the wrong way. Well, if you're thinking about a regular kind of diet, that is, Oh dear, she's putting enough weight to stand a good chance of blocking the canal. Well, when I finally checked out the info on her chosen plan, I discovered the book was written by a woman claiming to be a best-selling author. Her name is Enid Normus. Yep. Professionally known as Enormous. Yeah, you got it. So the plan is all about putting it on, not taking it off at all. Oh, the wife loves to put it in though, not on. Yep, load her mouth with food 24/7. So this looks like the diet made just for a kind of lifestyle. On the other hand, and on her favourite subject, food of course, Elsie's offering up her private recipes and her ideas of cooking. Yep, she thinks everyone's like her, just thinking about food. Her offerings, mostly burnt, are close to a cookbook from the swamp. So, I cook my own food and leave her to a very cosy relationship with the microwave. Anyway, here's the next of her so-called recipes. Yep, Elsie's cooking cock-ups. So, warm up your microwave and stand well clear in the cooking process. Yep, usually I stay in the barn behind a concrete wall. The recommended distance is at least 50 feet away. Further the better. So here it is, Elsie's flaming noodles. Right, then this time she's written it all down for me on the back of a crumpled store receipt. And her receipts are pretty long, Anyway, oh dear, it's scrawled all right, in a mix of black ink, coffee stains, and something else. Really, I don't want to discover what that is close up. But anyway, first, I need to remind you, Elsie's stuck with a microwave and no conventional oven. And that severely limits some of her ideas, so when it comes to a recipe like this one, she has to steal and borrow to get the right results. In this case, she's borrowed me blowtorch and stolen a cup full of Old Nan's special reserve brandy. Yeah, Elsie's probably done her usual stunt, and topped the bottle off with cold tea. See, Old Nan's caught on to Elsie's feeding ways over time, and she marks the bottles up with a Sharpie. Anyway, back to the recipe. Put 4 packets of pre-soaked noodles into a very large microwave dish. Elsie reckons the really deep and wide dog bowls work just great, as long as they're plastic or rubber, that is. You can't use the metal ones, of course. Oh dear, well, then crack a dozen eggs over the noodles, mix it up nice, add a pound of cheese, 8 ounces of butter or margarine, peanuts, almonds, pecans, dill pickles, pickled onions, pickled cabbage and vinegar, salt, pepper, chili powder and strawberry yogurt. Oh dear. Cook in the microwave for 30 minutes. And once it's ready, take it out of the oven. I recommend, a crowbar or shovel. It's always handy. Then, when it's sitting on the surface, you add a cup of brandy. Stand clear and use the blowtorch to set on fire. Yep. Keep it going until there's nothing but a crispy topping on your flaming noodles. Now it's ready to eat. That's what I call, flambe Elsie's way. Any respectable chef would ever committed. By the way, as I've mentioned before, the Ned Natter Show will not be held responsible for the results. No, Elsie's cooking is undertaken at your own risk. It not only needs a strong stomach, it needs an even stronger oven. And if possible, a standalone concrete bomb-proof building. Staying on the family front when she's not complaining about our weaker brandies these days. Me 95-year-old mother, old Nan, staying obsessed with her online gaming plans. She's got stakes in just about every horse race on the planet. Yep, every day she's using her online betting window to the world. Yeah. But now she's been asking me for me thoughts on the Triple Crown. Well, her version of it anyway. She's far from a 3-year-old, as you know. But she's rubbing her wrinkly old hands together, dreaming of the Belmont Stakes next. Well, after cleaning up on the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness that is, me old lucky pig Bill picked another winner. Yep, another 11-1 favourite for her. But I'm thinking of giving old Nan something different for Belmont, Yep, the old crow's head and her winning streak boasts are getting too big for me farmhouse. I reckon she could do with a loser right now. It'd give me some peace anyway. This is Ned Natter here with the Ned Natter Show. And when I'm not here, you can find me and my shows at nednatter.com. By the way, still on the subject of the miserable old crow, I've got that little feature on my show again. Old Nan remembers. Oh dear, drunk or sober. This time old Nan's memories about when she didn't need a walking stick to get around. Well, it was only about 10 years ago actually, see back then, at the grand old age of 85, she carried a different kind of weapon. Concealed too, yep. Not the kind that inflicts a, simple blunt force trauma injury either, like a walking stick. Oh no. She's always kept it tucked away, secretly, in her knicker elastic. Trouble is, one day, she forgot all about it after half a dozen whiskies and sat down real quick and forgot it was there. Oh dear. See, that's the reason why she needs a walking stick now, and has done ever since. This is Ned Natter here with the Ned Natter Show, and when I'm not here you can find me and my shows at nednatter.com. Yep, that twangy old music there means it's time once again for me book reviews. Yep, I've got my hands on a few and I'm featuring them right here. Just remember though, I haven't got a star system. No, mine's nice and simple. Yep, you don't need to remind me, as I said before, just like me, simple anyway. If a book's shite, it goes on my compost heap. Sometimes, if it's really bad, I've had to burn it. The middle of the road books go in my charity giveaway box, and the good or reasonable ones stay on my farm library shelf. Anyway, I hope that's nice and clear for you. Yeah, okay, then my first book is called Digging for Gold by A. Street Walker. Yep, that's a hyphenated name. I got it mailed this to me from for review from someone that obviously wants to remain anonymous here. Anyway, well, it's a Miss or Ms. Streetwalker claims to be a honed expert in gold digging. In all irony, she seems to tell her readers to dig for gold in a few states, where I never thought there was any kind of gold mine at all. Well, that was until I got to chapter 2 and realised just how naive I really am. See, she chats about ways of picking up gold. Picking it up, yep. Oh, yeah, bars, not bullion bars, no, drinking bars, yep. Clubs and even online, high-end dating agencies, yeah. It took me that long, 15 pages before I got to the crux of the subject, yep. She's a gold digger, alright. Kind that's been married, 6 times before, only to wealthy older men in, I suppose, very poor health. Oh dear. Well, I was going to burn this one, but I decided to give it to old Nan instead. She'll be just thinking it's a juicy romance novel. Oh well, I just hope she doesn't get any ideas though, any wild ideas about, No, she won't know. It's actually difficult for her to find an older man these days. As I mentioned before, she was stocking up on the gambling books, but this one here got sent to me and I had to feature it. I've been chatting about gambling, quite a bit, but this one's called A Bookie's Inside Track by I Bet the Lot. Oh, well. It's a book about a guy who calls himself a turf accountant. Yep, that's a lovely old English expression. That's a proper horse racing bookmaker, the kind that actually attends the race in person. Yep. I used to have a neighbour, he had a dog that was a turf accountant and a banker at the same time. Yep. Used to make deposits all over me lawn and bet on the fact I hadn't noticed him. Still, if I'd have caught him, he wouldn't have had to bank. He'd had to bank on something terrible happening to his interest rate, all right. He might have had the balls to come over and risk it, but he wasn't going back home with any. Oh dear. Lost me train of thought there. Anyway, back to the book. This Bet the Lot guy, is a very serious person. Takes the temperature of the track, measures the grass or checks the dirt, depending on the type of course. Confirms the weather, the wind, he even knows what every jockey eats for breakfast. The only downside, he's not allowed to check the horses. Oh well, they say you can't win them all. But he definitely wins a lot of them though. Yep. Anyway, I'm keeping this one on my farm library shelf. No, not for old Nan. She's got enough of them kind of books now. For myself, see, I think turf accountant is such a delicious expression, don't you? It's a kind of sounds wholesome and corrupt at the same time. I love it. It's like me saying I'm a hen auditor and a cabbage consultant. Or me farmhand ding dang calling himself an agricultural technician. Oh well, believe me, he hasn't got a technical thought in his head away from finding cheap dope or convincing a doctor he needs a prescription for it. This is Ned Natter here with the Ned Natter Show, and when I'm not here you can find me and my shows at nednatter.com. Quinton, me amateur artist, camper, tenants working on me farm, and it's still too stressful for him, so to balance his life out he's been painting, his partner coagulate with the cabbages. Well, I think my cabbages are happier, they've tripled in size in a week or two, after listening to me show. Me dubious agent 50% though has even lined up a gallery showing for Quinton. Yeah, in New York too, very nice. I thought, well, that sounds good, but when I started to look a bit closer, trouble is with the gallery, they're getting 70%, and 50% is getting his 50. Poor old Quinton's gonna end up owing them money on every sale. Oh dear. Now that's what I call exploitation of a starving artist. Well, he's better off keeping his work in here, eating the greens when they're ready. This is Ned Natter here with the Ned Natter Show, and when I'm not here you can find me and my shows at nednatter.com. Well, I've got the regular features on my show now, and I hope you enjoy them. I've dabbled with a few, but now my plans are all set in stone, aren't they? First up is my cliche of the day, and of course my interpretation of it. Well, how about this one? The bigger they are, the harder they fall. You've heard that one, of course. Trouble is, when the wife Elsie falls over, there's no getting her back up again without some kind of machinery, that is. Even me farm forklift struggles, and we then have trouble getting her the right way up again, Anyway. Also, I've got that thing I told you about before, the anomalies from around the world feature for you, So this time, the anomaly comes from Sardinia, and it's a thing called casu marzu. Yep, I hope you're not eating right now, because, I just want you to just hold back a bit, and I don't know what to say really. This is Italian for maggot cheese. Yeah. Pecorino cheese is made into a breeding ground for maggots. Yeah. Sheep milk, that is, cheese, full of live maggots. Yeah, I mentioned maggots 3 times now. You got it? Oh dear. They can even start to jump out of your sandwich when you start eating it. Is that hideous enough for you, my lovelies?
That is disgusting.
Of course, round here, the wife Elsie eats everything before it even gets a chance to get maggots or go off. So we're pretty safe. Going back to, well, let's just say hideous things. Ding dang, yeah, oh dear. We're not going to escape me fireman's quote of the week either, are we? Oh dear. Well, me fireman wants to have his little spot on me show. Yeah, it does sound nasty. And you don't hear him or see his latest spot or even spots. So I'm relaying it for you. Ding dang's southern quotes. Yeah, this time it's fixing 2. Yeah, got that? All I can say is Ding Dang's picked the right one this time round. See, he's always fixing to do things, yep. The only trouble is he never quite gets round to them and never does them at the speed I want him to. Yep. It's his proud southern version of mañana. Oh dear. Thinking of annoying people, and although I've managed to block me brother Buck Natter's phone number, I've been getting asked about why we can be twins or how we can be twins. Well, I'll tell you the truth. We're not identical twins for starters. As you can imagine, I've got a bigger head than him, and I'm much better looking. Yeah, the two go hand in hand, don't they? Added to that, young buck arrived 5 hours after me. He's still late for everything now, and old Nan's never really forgiven him for causing, her 5 hours of labour, yeah. Added to that, it's the longest period of time she's ever gone without a drink or a cigarette. Me long lost relative, Cromwell Felony Natter, skip that to you, is still trying to call and offer me great deals from his new base in Nigeria. I'm dodging him right now, but unfortunately I haven't been able to dodge Nigel Ponce. Do you remember him? The gentleman farmer, landed gentry. He reckons he's the largest farmer in England. I don't know about that though. He's only £350. What he called 25 stone, 14, stone, 14 pounds to a stone, that is. Work that out. And about 5'6" tall, yep, balloon-like with gout. He's been eating game meat as well as drinking port and red wine since he was a nipper. Yeah, 5 years old. Yep. There's no escaping me past his, oh dear. So he's gone and left another hideous message on me voicemail. Pompous and arrogant as always. So maybe I'll let you have a quick listen, eh?
You have messages.
Well, hello, Ned. This is Nigel Ponce. I need your help, old chap. Will you please reconsider coming back to run my farming operation? See, the Brexit's cut me off. Can't move, old chap. I'm totally buggered. Call me back at your earliest convenience. Bye-bye.
See what I mean? Brexit. I don't even understand all that nonsense. So I'm not calling him back this time. Nope. I'll leave him to it. This is Ned Natter here with the Ned Natter Show, and when I'm not here, you can find me and me shows at nednatter.com. On the subject of nightmares like Ponce, I'm still having these really weird dreams. My most recent nightmare was about ploughing me field with a car, a Jaguar too, Yep, bizarre. It would only plough in first gear though, and it's only got a few inches of ground clearance, so it's was getting stuck in the next furrow. What a nightmare. More comfortable than my old tractor though, but that's not too difficult, so's me mountain bike. After all, I was having the nightmare on me new dreamy soft mattress. On the real-time nightmare front, I visited me part-time and constant political commentating neighbours Stonewall Jackson Farm. Yep, old Rush has always got something to say, and he's more confident with that porta potty in the front yard. This time the poor old mucker focused on his more straightforward political agenda. He went straight into the latest far-fetched second-hand news from the right of centre. His people, he calls them, have decided they're going to focus on the number 24. Yep, the year that is. They've solved the forgotten senior home voter problem with their bus and IHOP lunch plan, and now they're focusing on hospitals. Yep, they reckon there are loads of potential voters that are just dying to get out of their hospital beds and head to a nearby voting place. It's just nobody has thought of these hidden votes until now. Russia's people are conscripting GOP-friendly ambulance drivers and paramedics to get them out to the vote. Yep. You know, I really think his folks scraping the bottom of the barrel, don't you, this time with their plans? But Rush is insistent on the potential of more votes. As he says, everyone counts towards winning. Oh well, I'm listening to him, but I don't think I'm going to comment on that this time around. Added to Rush's usual rhetoric, I've got a nice little feature each time now. It's his own grown style of humour. Yep, this time it's That Dog's Gonna Hunt. He says it's his folks' choice for a GOP president in 24. Oh dear, Rush, I wasn't expecting that one. Add to that, he's not naming names. I'll just have to guess, he says. This time, though, he's having the last word, because we've got no balance. No, me swinging nudist neighbour, old Fred, has been fully engaged on checking out the swing states for Rush still. But old Lonnie, his Democrat blind housemate, has found true love. Yep, true love at a local Florida swing club. Oh. Yep, he's been there every night this last week, and I was taken aback. Well, until old Fred told me how old Lonnie's still only in love with one thing. Yep. Oh dear, this particular club serves free food, and the top of the menu is gator meat club sandwiches. Ooh, too many clubs in there for my liking. So out of the blue and true blue Democrat, old Lonnie's rattling on about food instead of his own brand of politics. And old Rush is delighted to have another distracted Democrat. Yep. Lonnie's got a simplistic view on things anyway, even, so old Rush is countering Lonnie's lax ideas, particularly about immigration, with his own GoFundMe page to buy extra barbed wire for the entire length of the US-Mexico border. Right now, he's raised, $78. Oh dear, after 2 weeks of trying. Not exactly a windfall, when he needs 312 grand per strand. Yep, and he has to find out to string it up too. Oh, Rush can't understand why he's having trouble with this one. This is Ned Natter here with the Ned Natter Show, and when I'm not here you can find me and my shows at nednatter.com. Me lovely vegan neighbour, young Alice Jones. Yep, Miss Jones to you. Yep, does sound like a 70s soul song, only she's single. Well, she invited me over to her farm for fair trade coffee and vegan cake again. Well, it's very nice. She's naturally preparing, though, for a Mercury to go into retrograde again. She says, oh dear, poor soul. It's all doom and gloom for a few days anyway, but not for me. Oh no. She's gone and hung all these little bundles of dried sage around me fences, to protect me cabbages from potential evil. Oh. But Alice doesn't know, that old Nan and Elsie the wife never go near the fields anyway. After last time, Alice gave me a little pouch stone to stop me nightmares, and then made me a nice offer. Yep, it didn't work out. I could try sleeping in a Zen room for a couple of nights. It's all bamboo, rocks and purified air, you remember that? Yep. It's almost an offer I can't refuse, and unfortunately nothing else has worked, has it? No, so I'm sure you can't blame me for at least giving it a try, eh? I just hope Elsie the wife is too focused on that, her diet, to notice me absence. This is Ned Natter here with the Ned Natter Show, and when I'm not here you can find me and my shows at nednatter.com. Well, my lovelies, I'm always getting nice messages, questions and odd news items from you, my listeners, and I feature them here in my shows. They're still pouring in, and I pick a few that catch me eye each time, and if I don't feature yours, remember there's only one of me, but I've got it all here on the Ned Natter Show. Right then, the first item comes from Natasha in Nashville. She's wondering about this news of how oxygen has been created on Mars for the first time. Nothing like getting it ready for the future human visitors, is there, Natasha? Yeah, well, I just hope they got enough to go round when it all comes together. After all, the spacecraft don't need it to breathe, do they? And neither do all those little green men up there. Nope. It's all, methane with them, innit, Why do you think they're that colour to begin with? They're probably close to bursting with all that gas. The second item comes from Nathan in Newark, New Jersey. Yep. And he's brought this really weird thing to my attention. Yep. It's to do with Facebook's Operations Center. Yep. Apparently, well, it's now running entirely on wind power. Yep, wind. Now, the reason it's weird to me is because I thought it always ran on nothing but hot air anyway. Oh well, just shows how wrong you can be, eh? Yep. Thanks for bringing it to my attention, Nathan. This is Ned Natter here with the Ned Natter Show, and when I'm not here, you can find me and my shows at nednatter.com. Me dubious conman agent 50% has lined me up the new ad this week. So here's 50%'s rather off topic ad. It's pretty much aimed at folks without gardens or yards. So here goes me lovelies. Ever wanted to grow your own but didn't know how? Well, now you can buy one of our special indoor garden kits. Yep, grow whatever you want, grow your own with one of our special indoor plant mixes. Look at these, cabbages and cannabis, cauliflower and cannabis, or collards and cannabis. Yep. Visit us at smokinggreenfingers.org today and turn a little spot of your home into a source of absolute pleasure with one of our original Dine and Smoke seed starter kits. Or why not choose a flower power special like carnation and cannabis, or surprise with someone with our best-selling daisies and dope selection. Very nice. Full instructions with purchase. All our seeds are guaranteed to grow into healthy and extremely high plants. And I thought I'd had it all with me cabbages. Oh dear, well, I just hope this can give me farmhand ding-dang ideas, about a private crop in amongst me greens. This is Ned Natter here with the Ned Natter Show. Whichever way you dice it, the Ned Natter Show is unpasteurised and unfiltered. But that's all me lovelies, and on that note I better go. So until next time, remember farmers are getting older, some more than others. It's time some new blood came down and gave us an hand. Shite matters, without us you wouldn't have anything to eat, and without me your Wednesdays won't be so much fun. In the meantime, you can find me and all my radio shows at nednatter.com. Yep, they're all saved for you there as podcasts too, so along with them social media links, come by, say hi. It'd be great to hear from you. Thanks so much for listening. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, and I hope you'll join me on the Ned Natter Show again. So until then, keep a smile on your face. Think positive and don't sweat the small stuff. The grass is not always greener on the other side. It might just be a freeway. Goodbye, my lovelies.